Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to see about backward propagation in neural network. So this is very easy, and how we are going to see about the derivative of loss function with respect to weights and biases. So I make sure guys, if you watch entire video, uh, you won't have any doubt further in back like how the derivation happens in between neural networks and why actually we use derivative to calculate loss function in gradient descent. So let's see one by one. Okay, I assume you guys know about neural networks and why we do backward propagation. Here actually we need to calculate loss function with respect to change, like with respect to weights. With respect to weights we need to calculate through our backward propagation. So this is nothing but hidden layer in input layer, as you can see. So going forward, we'll see how the internally how gradient descent actually calculates loss function with respect to weights. And this actually, if we are gonna plot loss function with different weights that we have taken, so we'll finally form a linear non-linear graph. And for this nonlinear graph uh, we need to find the slope, or you can say tangent, in order to find our global minima is nothing but here. So in order to find the global minima, so global minima, how we are finding global minima finding uh, using the weight, right? So we using the what weights are nothing but here actually, while passing through all your input data to your hidden neural network. Here actually we do the multiplicative summation of weights, all the multiplicative summation of weights, and we pass through the hidden layer actually it has some activation layer. According to that, it will again pass according to the output of the activation function. So entire thing, like how internally it works, we are going to see in next link in upcoming minutes. So be patient guys. To find out the slope, actually we need to find out the slope, right? So to find out the slope in straight line, what we do, we can directly go like, so we can build a graph using a linear line. So y is equal to 2x is a linear line. So to calculate the slope here, we can just uh, like find out what is the change in y, like what is the change in y with respect to change in the x. So we can find out the slope here in the straight line by using this formula. So I'm taking one example. Y is equal to 2x is the linear line. So for 3 it will give 6, for 6 it will give, like it will give 12, right? So slope here is nothing but 2. 2 is nothing but the slope. If you know machine learning concept and all for linear regression, you can know 2 is nothing but the coefficient. So and that is slope itself, so it is 2. So we can easily find out the slope here. But why we need to calculate derivative for our gradient descent? So if you find out the gradient descent in backward propagation, so what it does, it forms a non-linear graph. It is not straight line. Okay, so it is a non-linear graph. So to find out slope, or find out the tangent in that particular point, so we need to find out the derivative here. Why? Because actually what happens in a curve, if you pass the straight line, actually if you zoom this particular area, you can see the straight line actually it won't, like it will not go within a single point. So it will divide these 2 points. Okay, so if you pass a straight line in a curve, so it will not go through a particular single line, it will go through 2 points, right? So we have to minimize, like if you want to find out the tangent in that particular point, we need to minimize this distance to come to this point, right? So how we are going to do that, let's see. So okay, I have taken a curve, right? I have taken a curve here. So we need to find out the slope here. How you are going to find out the slope is like I have taken a non-linear function. So in further in further slide, I'll show you how we are going to do practically. So here I have taken some random variable. So for x, like for in x value, I have taken a, and this is nothing but a plus h. A plus is nothing but some further distance of a, right? So this will y value is nothing but here x is nothing but the function of y, right? 2x. Similarly here y point is nothing but the function of x value. X value is a, so here f of a is function of a, and here is the function of this point. So if you want to calculate slope here, so y change in y with respect to change in x. So change in y, what change in y is this point divided by subtracted by this point. So you will find out this gap. So this is change in y, and change in x, what this total distance minus of this distance. Then you can find out this distance, and from y change in y you can find out this distance. So you can find out the slope here. So if you find out the slope, so this from this change in x, this a, see this a and this a will cancelize. So you will be left out with this function of a plus h minus function of a divided by h. So okay, so divided age is nothing but this distance, right? So this particular distance. So here what I've shown you, if you draw the curve and you find the tangent line, so if you want to find the tangent for this particular point, this is nothing but the h, this is nothing but the distance, right? This is nothing but the h distance. So we need to reduce or minimize this distance to 0 to find out the tangent in this point. So if you find, like if you limit, so if you apply limit in that particular h, if you reduce that h to 0, means if you reduce this distance is nothing but, so this is a curve, so this is the tangent line. So we want to reduce this curve. So how are we going to reduce? So this line, so this h is reduced again from this point to some certain distance. Slowly it will come to the this particular point. So you can find out the tangent in this particular point. So if you minimize the h to 0, you will find the tangent in that particular place. So if you apply limit h to 0, so it is nothing but the derivative. So finally, in order to in order to get the tangent in that particular value, we need to do the derivative, right? So let's see with an example, like how it does actually. This is like this is one practical value. Within the practical value, let's see how we are going to find the like find the tangent in that particular line, in that particular curve, using the derivative. Okay, so let's see. So this is nothing but the non-linear line that we have taken. So y is equal to x square function. This will give you non-linear function. So like, if you take if you want to find out the slope at this particular point, so we need to find out the slope in that particular point, like particular point, that fourth point. So in that particular point we need to find out the tangent. So how we are going to find out? Suppose we have taken x is equal to x square. So okay, so this is nothing but the 4, and this is somewhat distance from 4, so sum of h distance, so 4 plus h. And for this particular function of y, so y value is nothing but x square, so this value will give 4 square is equal to 16. And for this particular point, so this particular point is nothing but your 4 plus h, so it will give you 4 plus h square. So we need to find out the slope here. Slope is nothing but delta y by delta x, the change in x. Like what is the change in x with respect to our change in, sorry, what is change in y with respect to change in x? So it will give you like the distance. So we need to find out this distance, right? We need to find out this distance. So how you going to find out? So from this to this minus from this to this. So it will give you this distance, right? Okay, so we're just applying the formula here, a plus v whole square, and at the end, like after equating all the thing, we'll finally get it 8 plus h. So if you apply the limit here, s tends to 0, you will get the final 8. So how you're going to find out in the derivative? So y is equal to x square, you know. So why I need to find what is the derivative or what is the slope in that particular h point. So h is nothing but 4, like, sorry, not x, that particular x point, x is now nothing but 4. So f of x, so it's nothing but x square derivative, that is 2x. So x is nothing but 4, so it will be 2. This is the simple derivative, right? So this is the thing, like, when we are using, so this is nothing but, so this is nothing but, when we have to find out, like, when we have to find out, we need to find the tangent in that particular curve, we need to find the derivative. In order to finding the derivative, we can see if this value, if this, in at that particular point, the derivative of loss function with respect to weight, it will give some higher, a higher positive value. So if it will give you higher positive value, so positive value is nothing but, it will come to this weight, right? It will for this particular weight, for this particular weight, it will give you this high range of loss value with respect to it. So it will give you the direction as well. So in order to find out the global minima here, we can do one thing, we can reduce the weight. So by this derivative, we can identify, okay, we need to reduce the weight to go to the global minima, right? So this is the basic way, this is why actually we need to find out the derivative of loss functions, right, in order to find the ideal weight. Ideal weight is nothing but this weight, where I can get my global minimum, right? Okay, so this is all about why we need derivative to calculate gradient descent, or to calculate the tangent in the gradient descent, right? So in further, we'll see practically how it performs in neural network. So I'm open to any feedback, guys. If you don't understand, give me in the comment section. I'll try to make you guys understand why actually, how we are going to take the derivatives and all. So thank you for watching. Thanks a lot, guys.